Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Glory to God, glory to God. First Samuel chapter 9. First Samuel. Are we there? Are we there? Yes. Okay, read it for me.
First Samuel. There was a man from Benjamin named Kish, Abiel's son, the grandson of Zerah, and great-grandson of Aphiah's son, Bechorat, a prominent man from Benjamin. He had a son named Saul, who was a choice and a handsome man. He had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man and godly, and there was not among the children of Israel a godlier person than he. From his shoulders and upwards, he was higher than any of the people. And the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. And Kish said to Saul his son, "Take now one of the servants with thee, and arise, go seek the asses." And he passed through Mount Ephraim, and passed through the land of Shalisha, but they found them not. And they passed through the land of Shalim, and they were not. And he passed through the land of the Benjamites, but they found them not. And when they were come to the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant that was with him, "Come, and let us return, lest my father leave, caring for the asses and taking thought for us." And he said unto him, "Behold, there is in this city a man of God, and he is an honorable man. All that he said cometh surely to pass. Now let us go to him. Peradventure he can show us our way that we should go." Then said Saul to his servant, "But behold, if we go, what shall we bring? What shall we bring the man? For the bread is spent in our vessel, and there is not a present to bring to the man of God. What we have. And the servant answered Saul again and said, "Behold, I have here at hand the 4th part of a shekel of silver, that will I give to the man of God to tell us our way." Before in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, "Come and let us go to the seer." For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Then said Saul to his servant, Well said, come, let us go. So they went unto the city where the man of God was. And as they went up the hill to the city, they found young maidens going out to draw water, and said unto them, Is the seer here? And they answered and said, He is. Behold, he is before you. Make haste now, for he came today to the city. For there is a sacrifice of the people today in the high place. As soon as ye be come into the city, ye shall straightway find him, before he go up to the high place to eat. For the people will not eat until he come, because he blesses the sacrifice. And afterwards they eat that be bidden. Now therefore get you up, for about this time ye shall find him. And they went up into the city, and when they were come into the city, behold, Samuel came out against them. Samuel came out against them for to go up to the high place. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, Tomorrow about this time I'll send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt anoint him to be captain over the people of Israel, that he may save my people out of the hands of the Philistines, who have looked upon my people, because their cry has come to me. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, Behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, Tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I'm the seer. Go up before me, before the high place, unto the high place. For ye shall eat with me today. And tomorrow I will let thee go, and will tell thee all that is in thine heart. And as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are found. And on whom is all the desire of Israel? Is it not on thee and on all thy father's house? And Saul answered and said, Am I not a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Wherefore thou speakest thou to me?
All right, bring this up. I mean, it has captured whatever I want to communicate to you. Praise God, praise God, praise God. All right, this was a story about Saul, yeah, and free to what we just read. Saul had, or I think Saul's father had some asses, some donkeys. I mean, donkeys and asses are in the same category. And these asses could not be found, so the father asked him to take one of the servants, go out there and then look for these asses. It was a normal day, you get me? When I say it was a normal day, just like you wake up and then you go about your daily activities. You get me? Saul had woken up and this was what his dad told him. This is what has happened. So go and then look for these asses. You get me? Just the way any of us, we wake up today, I'm going to work. Or you can wake up and your mom says, oh, go and buy me this, or go and take this from this person for me, or do this for me. Just, the usual activities of the natural. You get me? So Saul set off, and they went looking and they couldn't find these asses. So the servant told him that, I know there is a man of God, you get me, that if we go to him, there is a great possibility he's going to reveal to us the location of the donkeys. So as soon as that came in mind, they began to think of what to go and give the man of God. You get me? So they were like, the bread we have to Charlie, exhausted. Everything that is worthy of giving to the man of God is exhausted. Well, we have a shekel, I think, of silver. So why don't you go and give? Well, people have built doctrines on this thing. You get me? There are people who have built doctrine on these things and say, when you are going to the man of God, you need to take an offering. And it even moved from that night. The men of God who are demanding for the offerings. You get me? Here, it wasn't someone who demanded for an offering. Someone was asking nobody for an offering. It was the people who realized that we are going to a man of God. And because they respected the office he was in, it's not the man, it's the God. Listen carefully, it's not the man, it's the God. So they realized that it's a position of reverence. Because of where the grace and the anointing of God on the person's life. That is what makes the difference. So they said we need to bless this man with. We just shouldn't just, it's just like, you see, God told the Israelites that none of you should appear before me without an offering. If you study think Leviticus, those books. He said, no one should appear before me. So you see, it's the God factor. It is not really the money you are bringing. It is the expression of your reverence of the subject matter. Listen carefully so that you understand these things that men have twisted and corrupted and are making merchandise of it, using it for business. You get me? He said, do not come. So you see here, you realize that the servant and Saul realized the God factor connected to the man. So they said, we need to have something to give to the man. See, obviously, I believe they knew that God has said, do not come before me without an offering. And it wasn't their money God needed. It was the conscientizing of the reverence they should have for whom they are coming before. So that gift or that thing you bring, it's symbolic. It's communicating your the word is reverence. I don't know if I can use any other synonym, but something you have respect for. That's why even generally you watch when you are appearing before even important people in the natural, you always want to have something to give to them, to emphasize the respect you have for them. That's the thing. It's like the thing speaks of your respect you have for the person. I said the thing speaks. For example, why is it that when somebody loves someone, they usually buy gifts for them? You see, it's not the gift which is important. It is the love they have for the person. So they are expressing that love. The gift will never be enough, but it's a means to express that love you have for the person. So you watch when somebody loves someone, today they buy this for the person, tomorrow they buy that for the person. It's not really the thing they are giving to the person, but it's the reverence that's provoking. They are finding a greater way of letting the person really know what they think of him or her. So you find that a lot of gifts are going forth and back and forth, but just to express how they feel about the person. So here their intention was to express the reverence they had for the man because he represented God. So they took, and now that's what people are doing now. When you are coming before him, you need to. And see, amazingly, it wasn't even money. See, there was not a fixed thing you had to take. It was rather when they had nothing edible to give to him that they even considered money. But now we've made it all about money. You get me? When they had nothing edible to give to him, that was when they rather considered to give him. Well, maybe in these times, money is more of a means of exchange. That's why probably you find that more. You get me? But they said the bread is exhausted, so why don't we rather? I'm just trying to let you know that the money aspect was the least option. It's not. We have in these times magnified money over everything. That's why virtually people are selling priceless things. People are selling sacred things. Why? Because money has been magnified. People are selling. They are selling healing. they are selling anointing, they are selling just to even have an encounter with the person. It's even being sold. Consultation fees before you even see the man of God one-on-one. You need to bring money. What I'm trying to say is the people were free. If it's money you wanted, that's okay to give to the man of God. But the people were free, you get me, to decide on what they think they should present to the man of God. Amen. If they had bread, if you check using there, but if they had bread, they would have taken bread. It's not because they were stingy. But probably, I told you, it's not really about the thing they are giving to the person. There was an expression of the reverence they have for the person. See, but now you find people demanding. It's the men of God who are demanding, going to members, going to people like, hey, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. If you are coming before me, you should make sure you have. It's good we teach people these things, but not because of a selfish mission or intention. It's good you teach people to learn how to give to leaders, to learn how to reverence the position God has called them into, not because your intention is to take from them or to take advantage of them. And something was said about Samuel. He says he is an honorable man. You get me? They said he is an honorable man. So there is a character and a virtue that goes with one who should represent God. He says he's an honorable man, a man of honor. Not the kind of honorables we have in these times, which are more mere titles. This man had defined what to be honorable is. He said he is an honorable man. So there's a way you should carry yourself if you're a leader, if you are a child of God. So don't just think I'm just putting in the perspective of, a pastor. If you're a child of God, there's a way you should carry because you represent God. A man of God, you are of God, you represent God. There is a character, there is a way, there is an attitude, there is a way you should carry yourself. He said he is an honorable man. So they decided, let us see, okay, since we don't have, let's take a shekel and then present it to the man of God. So they made some inquiries and they were told where the man of God is. And amazingly, when they met him, they were asking him if he was the man of God. In these are times, you don't when you see him, you know he is the man of God. You see a vast difference between him and everybody. Now when you what should tell you this is the man of God. What should tell you this is the man of God. So we are looking for the seer. I said, I am the seer. There was no difference between he and anybody else. There was no difference. Obviously, it meant that he related to the people well. It meant that he was not prideful. You get me? When I say he related, I'm not talking of condescending to their level as behaving like them, but he didn't lord it over the people. So now you couldn't even really tell them. He flowed with the people. So the guy got there and was asking for the seer, yet he was talking to the seer. So it should tell you that nothing really differentiated the seer from anybody else. But now, it's clear. I don't even know what they call it. What do they? Is it a motorcade or what? What? Convoy. When the man of God is coming, a long convoy. Nobody should tell you this is the man of God. I'm not saying you don't look good as a man of God, but when he steps out, you can see he has he has taken the pains to let everybody recognize he's really the man of God. You know, how he would even talk to the people, how he would, you know, the things he would do, it would make it clear that hey, this is the man of God. But it wasn't so in those times. When they were going to arrest Jesus, they virtually could not tell who was Jesus and who was the disciple. So they were asking. He was asking them, whom do you seek? If they knew it was him, he wouldn't have been asking them. He was asking the people, whom do you seek? Then they said Jesus. Then he says, I am he. It meant that they didn't know he was. When Jesus was with his disciples, you couldn't see any difference. You know, it's not like Jesus is standing somewhere and then, you know, these small boys. No. He chat with them, he laughed with them, he flowed. Of course, if you misbehave, he will check you and all that. But you know, there was not that kind of I am better than you, or you know, you are below me kind of mentality. So it was clear. But in these times we are in, when the man of God is coming, the shoe would announce him. He is outside, but the shoe will be inside the church before you see this is the man of God. Your desire should be to carry the people along. You know, your desire should be to carry. But now see, you watch a lot of congregations, and you see the condition they are in, and you see the condition the man of God in, and you see it is absolutely, you know, not equivalent. Absolutely, you watch the people and their condition, and then you watch the man of God, and you can tell that no. And what did they say? They said, we are going to the man of God. Let us get something to go and give to the man of God. Amazing. So you see, that was their plan. When they got to the man of God, if you study it, there is nowhere recorded that they even gave something to the man of God. The man of God rather had something for them. That is the mark of a true man of God. He always has something. I mean, when I say something, I'm not talking of just material, or I'm not reducing it to a material thing. The man of God rather had something for them. So whoever represents God to you should have something for you. He should not be taken from you. I didn't say he should not be receiving from you. I said he should not be taken from you. But that's what's happening all over. That's what's happening all over. If you are coming to see me, bring this, bring that, bring this, bring this. I'm selling this for you, I'm taking your money. I'm selling that for you, I'm taking your money. The man of God rather had something for them. He had a word from the Lord for them. or most places, these men have nothing for the people. No word, no message, nothing for the people. Rather, they take from the people. That is who a man of God. I'm giving you the marks of a man of God. If he is a man of God, he should have something for you. So your giving to him should even be provoked because he has something for you. You know, your giving to him should just be an appreciation that this man is a blessing to me. This man is ministering to me. This man he's a shepherd to me. He's committed to the will of God for my life. You know, he has something for you. But that's not what I see. They don't have a message for the people. They don't carry any message for the people. They don't have the word of his grace, which is food for the sheep of God. They don't have it for them. Yet, they are rather, when the sheep come, then they catch the sheep, they kill them, they use their skin for wool to warm themselves, they eat their meat, they sell some. You get me? They are rather taken from the people. They should have something for you. Said they were rather taking something to the man of God. And when they got there, the man of God rather had a word. And the word the man of God should have for you is not just any word. It should be a word that reveals the mind of God about you. Let me show you something. You know? So it just shouldn't be because somebody is standing there and saying all something. And Elijah did this. And Elijah, should I prophesy? No. He had a word for them. And you see, the word was about them. You don't really get what I'm saying. You know? The word the man of God had for the people was not about himself. Was not a word that magnifies himself. Was not a word to manipulate the people. Because that's what selfishness is. I mean, you only have to be selfless to talk about somebody in a good way. You should be a humble man to talk about somebody in a good way. Because prideful people always want to talk about themselves. When he gets the opportunity, he wants to magnify himself. He wants to be seen. You know, he wants to create an impression in the eyes of the people. So for you to rather be talking about somebody and magnifying the person and speaking well of the person, rather it takes humility. Because you are using your platform to rather praise somebody else. And this is what he said. He said, and Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place, for you shall eat with me today. He was rather inviting the one who came to him with an offering to rather come and eat. Then he said, and tomorrow I will let thee go and will tell thee all that is in thy heart. And he says, and as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them, for they are found, and on whom it is all the desire of Israel. Is it not on thee and all thy father's house? And Saul said, am I not a Benjamite? You know, Saul said all that. God had given Samuel a message about Saul. Amazing. I told you that Saul woke up like a usual day, going about his daily activities. That was his plan for the day. I'm going to look for my father's asses. They are lost. Let me go with the servant to go and find out. Listen, don't limit God. Don't limit God. Sometimes we think we should hear a word from God. Okay, today I am going to do this for you. Or maybe in a vision you see something spectacular. Someone woke up, usual normal day. He had planned to go and look, not knowing a day before, God had already spoken that in his usual daily activity, in his plan, God had planned. I'm saying this because sometimes we want to see something spectacular before we think something is happening. Listen, you may be going about your daily activities each day, doing something, and then in those things you are doing, God's plan is being unfolded about you. All you see is not all there is. I said all you see is not all there is. God did not even speak to Samuel for Samuel to for Saul. He didn't speak to Saul for Saul to change his plans and make it look like God. God was confident enough. He said, Saul, go through your normal activity. It is not a hindrance to what I want to do. He had planned to go and look for animals, not knowing God was working in his plan. So don't think nothing is happening about you. Oh, that's what we do, because sometimes, because we've not seen something spectacular, we think nothing. Who told you? You see, the guy, he had gone on his usual daily activities. His father had sent him. It wasn't God who told his father to send him to go and look for any animals. His father just told him, go and look for the animal. Not knowing, in looking for the animals, it had been wired in that. For the will of God for his life to prevail. Don't limit God. Don't wait for something spectacular. God doesn't need the spectacular as an evidence to make you know he's doing something. Nothing is a hindrance to the will of God for your life. You might wake up every day in your daily activities and things are happening. It's when they manifest that you will know that, hey, you might have decided, oh, today I've been using this route every day. Today, let me change this route. God will not ask you to change the route today. You decided to change the route, and in changing your route, God will use that route change to make things happen. Don't limit God. If you are looking for the spectacular, you will miss what God is doing. You will miss what God is doing. Be excited every time. When you sit in church, be excited that this, in all conditions, His will for me is unfolding. In your usual activity, you wake up every day, you are going to brush your teeth. You are checking some message. Your usual activities, know that in anything, the will of God about me is unfolding. Do you get what I'm communicating? Don't be looking for the spectacular. We are people of faith. Our physical, as one brother said, our physical is the word of God. Don't wait for something spectacular to see God is doing something. Even in you've woken up, you are opening the door to step out. You see, your excitement should be what God has said about you. That is your evidence. And not because you in the night you saw a vision of something going to happen. No, you don't need that. Because you behold the invisible. So you know that though in the physical you might not be seeing anything, the invisible is your evidence that something is happening. Did you get what I said? Though in the physical, maybe the routine is I wake up, I go to school, I come back. Yeah, in looking from that perspective, it looks like nothing is happening. But when you're getting up, going to school and coming back, you are excited because you know what is happening is not the visible. Your evidence of God doing something is not what you are seeing visibly. It is the visible in the. It is the invisible happening in your visible, and you don't see it. is true excitement? True excitement is when you are excited. When you are excited, though nothing is happening in the physical. Because that's not where you live from. So I said something. I said he went to give, rather he received. Saul went to give, rather he received. Because a man of God should always have something for you. Should always have something for you. And this, when Saul went, Saul had a mindset about himself. I said when Saul went, he had a mindset about himself. He saw himself as, ordinary guy. I mean, I've been sent by my dad to go and look for asses. This is my usual activity. I am really nobody. I mean, there is nothing about me that really shows anything of greatness. But the mind of God about him was that he was the next king. And that he was going to be anointed to rule over the people of Israel. Oh, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? You see, so the man of God reveals the mind of God about you to you. You might think you are ordinary. You might think you don't amount to anything. But in the eyes of God, you are a king. In the eyes of God, you are a success. So when you go to the man of God, that's what he's supposed to be telling you. You didn't get me. Let me go back. He said, I'm showing you the marks of the man of God. He reveals the mind of God to you. When Saul went to Samuel, Samuel didn't confirm Saul's mind to him. Samuel did not confirm Saul's mind to him. You know Saul's mind? This is Saul's mind. See, this is what Saul thought about himself. He said, and Saul answered, am I not a Benjamin, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Wherefore then speakest thou so? Why should you be telling me this? You know, it meant that Saul had a mind of himself. Saul had a way he saw himself. Obviously, that was how others also saw Saul. I mean, you're an ordinary guy. But when he went to the man of God did not confirm what he thought about himself. When people come to you as a man of God, they might see themselves as unrighteous. They might see themselves as sinners. They might see themselves as nothing. They might see themselves as not deserving. They might see themselves as, I don't qualify. But when they come, you are not supposed to confirm what they think about themselves. When they come, you tell them the mind of God about themselves. You are the righteous of God. You are the victorious of God. You are a king. Because that is the mind. You see, Samuel spoke the mind of God about Saul to Saul. He didn't speak what people think about Saul and what Saul thinks about himself. You see, so the man of God, I'm giving you the marks of the man of God. That's why I have no choice but to minister only grace to you. Because grace reveals your identity in Christ. Grace is the mind of God about you. I can't tell you anything else. I can't tell you what I think about you. I don't think if Samuel was going to speak what he thought, because he was a seer. He was a seer. If he was going to speak what he thought about Saul to Saul, brother, I don't think it would have been this kind of stuff. Didn't you see when he went to anoint David? You saw when he was operating with his own mind. You saw that when he saw the guy, he said, "Ah, this is the guy. This is the guy," and he missed it. The one who rather looked smallish and irrelevant in the eyes of men had a different picture in the eyes of God. David was the one who looked the least to qualify, but that was not the mind of God about David. So you see, when Samuel spoke his mind, it was wrong. But when he spoke the mind of God about David, he was the one who rather qualified. I'm trying to let you know the mind of God. If you are his child, it doesn't mean you don't correct the people, you don't rebuke them, it doesn't, but that should not supersede the mind of God about them. You know, so telling the people you will go to hell, you are fornicators, you are sinners. You are telling them your mind because you are speaking what you see. Tell them what God thinks about them. Tell them what God thinks about them. If the person is doing something alright, yeah, one-on-one you can meet the person, counsel the person, talk to the person and all that. But let the mind of God about the people prevail. So that should tell you probably the way most people think about themselves is not what God thinks about them. Because see Saul's mind about himself. I'm nothing. I'm from the smallest tribe. How can you tell me? So that should tell you the way people think about themselves is not the way God thinks about them. When they think they were not qualified, when he thought he didn't qualify, God had qualified him. When he think he was nothing, God had made him something. When he thought he was a slave, God had made him a king in his eyes. So what you need to hear about yourself is God's mind about you. Other opinions don't matter, including yours. I said what you need to hear about yourself is what God thinks about you. That is what matters. What God thinks about you is what matters, not the opinions of other people. If God says you are a king, you are a king. It doesn't matter what others say about you. It doesn't matter what others think about you. It doesn't matter what you think about yourself. If God says you are a king, you are a king. The opinions of others don't matter. It doesn't matter. Because in the end, it is His word about you that will prevail. So you just don't expose yourself to just anything. Because they say the person is a pastor. So you just a pastor is not supposed to speak his mind. He's supposed to speak the mind of God. And if the pastor is speaking the mind of God about you to you, it will reveal the will of God about you to you. I'm telling you. So you see, places where the people are hearing the mind of God about themselves, some things are not topics. What's the will of God for my life? What has God called me to do? Because in the communication of God's mind about you, his will about you is revealed. So the person is in the ministry and he can tell that I'm called for a purpose. You know? He can tell that there's something about me. You know, I'm called to make a difference. The person can tell. Because the mind of God about him is being revealed. Obviously, the will of God about him will be exposed. You see, so such places, some questions are not, these things don't come up. It's not, they are not even prayer topics. The will of God for my life should be revealed. The will of God for my life should be revealed. God, I want to know your will. I don't pray the will of God. I pray that the will of God for my life prevail, not to be revealed. Because in his mind about me, I know his will for me. What is his will? His will is that I'm a success. His will is that I'm a blessing. His will is that I increase in the knowledge of him. His will is that I make a difference. How that will happen is his problem, not mine. Because he called me. If I called myself, then it should be a problem to me. I didn't call myself. He called me. So if there is any bill to foot, he's footing that bill. If there is any map to get me to the place, he better produce it. How can I call you that I'm going to send you? And then when I call you, you are worried about the location of the place and how to get there. Am I not the one to tell you how to get there? So what is your problem? I have to make sure whatever it takes to get there, I make it available for you. So the man of God is supposed to reveal the mind of God about you to you. What God thinks about you, not what you think God is thinking about you. Listen, the man of God is not supposed to reveal what you think God is thinking about you. He's not there to confirm your assumptions. The man of God is not there to confirm your assumptions. He's there to speak the mind of God about you to you. And what is the mind of God about us according to the dispensation of grace? So anything that's not consistent with the mind of God according to the word of his grace, it is not the mind of God about you. Because people ask these questions: how do I know that this is a good place to fellowship? How do I know that this is a good church to be in? That's what I'm telling you. They are very simple. You should have a word, and that word should be the mind of God about you to you. It is not a word that should manipulate you. It's not a word that should deceive you. It's not a word that should demean you and suppress you and make you feel you are nothing. That's not what Samuel did. He spoke words that you know, that's why sometimes we share some things, it shocks you yourself. The things he told Saul shocked Saul. You are talking about me. No, maybe you've missed it. Let me give you my credentials. So Saul himself wanted to give Samuel his, no, this is me, this is me. I'm a Benjamin from the, no, maybe you got the address wrong. I'm a Benjamin from the least tribe, brother. So you shouldn't be telling me this. You saw how he thought about himself? So there should be no debate about what God thinks about you right now. You should know what God thinks about you. God cannot think anything outside grace about you. I mean, that's that. Settle that. God's thought about you cannot be outside the word of his grace. So let that be settled. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what you do. God's mind about you is fixed. So know the mind of God about you. So that, do you know why I'm saying this? It can help you identify if what the minister is telling you is what? Evil or good. It's not just about it, because when you know God's mind about you and it's settled and undebatable, when anything comes and is not consistent to it, you can tell that, hey, this person is not telling me the mind of God about me to me. It doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter how many people sit under him. It doesn't matter the channel through which you heard him. If it is not the mind of God according to grace about you, reject it. Reject it. Praise God. So that's it. That's the criteria of one who is a man of God. It's not because he's called a pastor. It's because he meets this conditions. He tells the people what God thinks about them. He always has something for the people. He doesn't take from the people. He doesn't manipulate the people. He doesn't lord it over the people. He's there to serve the people. And then the sheep, out of reverence for the man laying down his life for them, in ministering to them, in giving of himself to them, because he represents God to them, then they bless him. He's not supposed to be asking or taking anything from them. If you recognize, I always say that, well, some people have to be told, but really, if you recognize that somebody is relevant or has relevance in your life, it just can't end there. Listen, that's why I know that if you truly believe in something, you will give to that. If you truly believe in something, you will give to that. If you truly believe in something, you will give to that. Because that's one of the ways that you can express how you think about something, is by giving to that in many ways. So some may never give to you as a leader or as a man of God. It doesn't matter. But there are some who would definitely recognize your service to them. You don't need to ask. Some would definitely recognize it, you know, and in reverence and in appreciation to God, they will bless you. But you don't need to condescend or lower yourself to be, after all I'm doing, can they see? Bring me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. No. Because if somebody is truly doing something, even men, institutions recognize the input of people, and then what do? They award them. How much more God? So if the person is not being a blessing to you or is not giving you anything, probably he has not realized that you are of relevance to him, or to him you are not doing enough. But hey, there are others, you know, who would make the calling worth it and encourage you. But as I said, you don't take from them. You are the one supposed to be having to give to them, and in appreciation to what God is using you for, and in their reverence to what the God who has called you, they will appreciate you. Your motivation should be to serve, not to take advantage. If anything, it should be the people rather taking advantage of you. If anything, it should be the people taking advantage of you, not you taking advantage of your people. And I'm speaking this way because really, I mean, everybody in our ministry is a leader, one way or the other. So there's a mindset you're supposed to have. There is a mindset you're supposed to have. But some things are also taught. That's why I'm teaching you some of these things. Some things are taught. I always say if you've not taught somebody something, don't expect it from them. Some things are taught. You know, giving, there are people who have the ministry, they have a gift to give. But generally, the people of God should be taught to give. Some may never be taught, they will realize it. But the people of God should be taught not to give to the one teaching them, to give. And it will include the one teaching them. But some people, when they raise topics, it's because of their personal benefits. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Because if I'm teaching you to give, we have other leaders amongst us. I expect you to give. If you know any, not just even in this ministry. If there is anybody else who is a blessing to you, there is nothing wrong in, you know, giving to that person. In several ways, there are people who have been a blessing to us. Your parents, you should be giving to your parents. On their birthday, you should be giving to them. No matter how much you think they have frustrated you. I'm telling you. When I came to understand, you know, when I came to have a better understanding of grace, I started doing some things. That's why sometimes I wonder why some people don't catch some things and it's like they have to be told. Because most of the things I do, people don't tell me, like nobody has to sit me there and teach me. No, I believe that grace makes you a giver, I'm telling you. If you are really receiving, not hearing, if you are really receiving grace, it makes a giver out of you. Because you begin to see true value. Or value in the right light. I just suddenly recognized that, Charlie, I realized the value of my father. For years his birthday will pass. He doesn't even, I rather think he should give me. Is that not what we think? Most children think it's my dad, it's my birthday, he should be giving me. Anything always taken in and not giving out, you begin to smell. That's why the Dead Sea is the Dead Sea. It is dead. It doesn't give out. It only takes. And grace is not designed to be taken. Grace is designed to be given. Maybe you didn't get what I said. The purpose of receiving grace is to give it. So if you are really receiving grace, it makes a giver out of it. So now my birthday doesn't pass without me giving something to my dad, to my mom, you know, something. In one way or the other, if it's available, even amongst us, one way or the other, if it's available, you know, if I can't, I'll give it to you on credit. There are some I owe you some outings, and they will happen, don't worry. Yeah, there are some that I've booked them for, it didn't happen that day, but behold the invisible. It will definitely happen. Don't worry, once I've said it, me, that's one. If it's even 25 years after, it will happen. And it will happen with the interest of 25 years. So no shaking. So if it's grace, if you are really receiving it, because you can be hearing, but if you are receiving grace, it makes you a giver. When I say giver, and I'm not just talking about money. You see, most of us say, no. You laugh. At times I'll just open my suitcase. I'm looking for something to give to someone. I just open. What is there that I can give out? What is there? Is there any shirts? I'm just looking for something. I must find something to give out. I always say, no money comes to me, a gift or something somebody gives to me, and I'm the only one who partakes of it. I find somebody to just, if it's credit, I buy for someone. I just wouldn't want to spend everything on myself. No. So, it's a mindset. Don't just be sitting under the administration of grace and just if you are really receiving grace, right? That's the result of a graceful man or woman. They are gifts. They look out for a need to meet that need. Hopefully, you see the message has changed a bit because I'm trying to also work on a practical dealings with things. If you are truly, that's one sign I have realized. If you are truly receiving grace, it makes a giver out of you. It conscientizes you in a way, if even you don't have, I'm talking about the mindset, you have a mindset of a gift. Because grace is Jesus Christ. And one thing that is consistent with the character of Jesus is what? Giving. Check the ministry of Jesus. He was virtually giving out all the time, spiritually and physically. Jesus never took from anybody. Jesus was virtually giving of himself all the time because he is the grace of God. Giving. He met people, he will forgive them their sin. He met those who were sick, he will heal them. Those who were hungry, he will feed them. Those who needed encouragement, he will give them the word. Those who were hopeless, he will give them comfort. Jesus was virtually giving of himself because he is the grace of God. Taking from nobody. Tell me where you saw Jesus taking from somebody. When he even advised someone, he says, go, sell all you have, give it to the poor. He didn't say, go and bring everything, sell it and bring me the money. Jesus was virtually, giving of himself every time. That's the character of grace. So how can you be receiving grace? And he gave himself to the world. So how can you say you are receiving? If you are not eating well, it will show on your body. So how can you say you are eating grace and then we are not seeing the effects? If you are not eating well, it will show. You'll be malnourished. If you are eating well, it will show. So if it's grace you are eating and it is Jesus Christ, one of the things, the result of grace is that it makes you a giver. So how can you be receiving of grace and you are, the same mentality you had? It never crosses your mind to give of yourself, to give of something. No. There is something wrong. There are people, it never clicks them. Give. That word is not in their vocabulary. No, that's a law mindset. That's a religious mindset that they always want to take. If they are not taking your physical, they will take they want to take your joy. When they are preaching God, they are taking your joy. They are not giving you what will give you joy. When they are preaching God, they are taking your joy. They will leave you feeling sad and feeling remorseful and full of sorrow. The little you have, God, they will take from you. That's the law in religion for you. But check. Haven't you realized that when grace is being ministered, you can tell that you are rather the one receiving? If it's grace, you can tell that you are the one receiving. But if it's law, the small you have, Christ is taken from you. We leave the service feeling like, not the latest born again, the latest sinner in town. They will take everything. The law was virtually taking lives. It was taking lives. When it shows up now, it will kill. But the law was always taking. But what did grace do? Check the ministration of the law. He says what? He says it produced death. But the ministration of what? Grace. Rather did what? The law took from them the ministration of grace. Rather, when we minister, listen, when the law was being spoken to people, the result was that they took their lives, because they always reveal their unqualified and undeserving status. But when it's grace, though they were unqualified and undeserving, grace rather gave them qualification and made them deserving. So grace was always giving. It goes and people are dead, they give. And is that not what we are doing? As we are ministering the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, people who are dead, people who according to the law have died, or the law has taken their life, when we meet them and we minister grace, the gospel to them, we give them life. We don't take from them. So virtually from the A to the Z of grace, it is absolute giving. So know what God thinks about you. What is the mind of God about you? Settle it. And it will help you identify who is defining who a man of God is supposed to be and what he's supposed to do. Lift up your hand and say this. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I know the mind of God. About me. I know the mind of God about me. I know the mind of God about me. It is the word of His grace. Other opinions do not matter. Other opinions do not make a difference. His mind about me is what matters. And I receive it. And I accept it. In the name of Jesus. I am the righteousness of God. I am a success. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am the rich of God. I am the wealthy of God. I get results. I'm effective. I'm a child of the word. In the name of Jesus.